I don't understand why you're bringing so...
Well, I don't see what your objections are to my...
We're only going...
You've hardly brought more than a flask and a bedroll.
Sorry, how many books are you packing for whatever this is, Emmerich?
Only a handful. Not...
8. When will... Emmerich wants to see more of Ferelden, so we're going camping.
An expedition?
You...
My dear Harding,
The whole point of going to the wilds...
One can enjoy the scenery.
Harding, does it really matter if Emmerich brings 8?
9.
And Emmerich, so what if Harding is fine?
Not all the... Okay, Rook, I know.
I really have looked forward to you showing me more of your...
Me too.
Ah, your...
Well, Yam and...
How thought...
Rook, you're here. Good. I had a question for my story.
Sure. What kind of question?
Oh, well, a personal one. Maybe not. Never mind.
Come on. I'm curious now.
Okay, I'll try. I'm gonna do this. So I'm having... And the fighting bits are... So's the romance. Especially now that we're, well, you know, together.
Hey, if that's how I inspire you, I'm happy to do it.
Oh, no, not like that. I mean, but, well, I feel like...
So what's your question?
It's my hero. I know who they are, but I can't figure...
Why what?
Why they do it. Risk it all. Save the world. Well, so why are you doing all this?
You could ask yourself the same question. Everything you do, you're doing for others. I admire that.
I mean, I just do what needs to be done.
So, being a hero, then?
I guess so. It's hard to think of it that way. We are going up against a god. Multiple gods, actually. That feels heroic. To me, at least. And we're saving the world.
And I'm glad I'm saving it with you.
So am I. Glad, I mean, for you. I think about that forest when we met. Fell out of a bush and there you were. And all I could think was, wow. I mean, you were so, well... Anyways, I think about it a lot. And about how lucky I was. And how lucky I am now. Okay, good talk. Thank you. I'll see you later, Rook.
The Dalish prisoners escaped safely?
We got them away free and clear.
Good. I do not know how you have found your dealings with the Dalish. Whatever my frustrations with them, it was a privilege to be able to help our people again. Thank you for allowing me to help. Chance to infuriate Elganon was a reminder of simpler times.
You said you found the Dalish frustrating. Why is that?
It is unfair to them. I lived for thousands of years, and after I imprisoned the Evanuris, I slept for thousands more. I awoke in a world that had forgotten the ancient times almost entirely. And those who tried to remember Elven history, like the Dalish, had gotten so much wrong.
Let me guess. You tried to tell them what they were getting wrong, and they didn't believe you?
There are few things that frustrate me as much as ignorance. I tried to explain the truth to one clan. When I convinced them that I was truly Fen'Harel, they attacked me. After that, I hid my explanations behind the facade of having witnessed events in the Fade.
And the Fade is the realm of dreams. Hard to present that as evidence.
Yes. The Dalish had no reason to believe me. I could only watch as they continued to worship Elganon, though we may have seen the last of that tradition, at least.
You and Algernon were really tearing into one another back there.
I needed to goad him to anger in order to distract him. But yes, while all of the Evanuris were monsters in their own ways, Elganon was the worst. Or perhaps it is more honest to say that his were the faults I've found most objectionable. You have met him now, heard his voice hammering at the doors of your mind, and you have met me. Can you see how he and I might frustrate one another?
The way the two of you argued, it didn't feel like enemies. It felt like family.
How so?
Family knows you better than anyone, and that can be good or bad.
I had not thought of it that way. But yes, we had centuries to stoke the fires of our hatred. I saw his rise to tyranny coming, and could not stop it. And he saw me disrupt his plans for dominion time and time again.
All right. I can see how you and Elgernon would hate each other.
He has always been what I most feared becoming. Callous and uncaring, his arrogance unchecked. To have that much power and no one to remind him that he could be wrong.
Well, he had you.
And I suppose I had you.
We would have had a hard time getting out of there without your help.
I did not spend this long preparing you only to lose you to Elganon's machinations. No, I am sorry. That was poorly said. You have earned better from me.
Okay.
When we first met, I saw you only as a foolishly confident child who disrupted my plans. You were an irritant. I gave you information to oppose Elganon out of necessity, but I expected you to be nothing more than a tool. Seeing you with your team, I was wrong.
I appreciate you saying that. Couldn't have been easy.
The only thing worse than being wrong is realizing it, but being afraid to change. Elganon's pride is no greater than mine, but he denies any failure on his part, and I at least try to acknowledge my mistakes. Your team trusts you, and you listen to them. It is impressive and enviable. You work together with a camaraderie it took me centuries to build in my rebellion.
So what do we do next?
Elganon and Gillenane are preparing the dagger they will use for their ritual to pierce the veil. Elganon's power is tied to light and darkness. He will need to perform a ritual during the next eclipse.
That gives us some time to prepare.
It is likely to be your last chance to do so. You must be ready for whatever comes, for this world and for the team that trusts you. I know that you will do everything in your power not to fail them.
So now Elganon's recovered his own archdemon. And the gods only need an eclipse to complete their dagger.
We saved the Dalish, though. That's important.
But now Elgernon's immortal, so long as his archdemon lives.
And we all know how hard those things are to kill.
We killed Razikale, didn't we?
After losing hundreds of wardens. And it took a centuries-old trap to do it. We don't have either of those. Not anymore.
Just when you think the tide's in your favor, it turns right back.
Okay, we always knew this was going to be hard, right? And yeah, maybe it's a little harder now. More than a little. But either we stop this or all of Thedas falls. So we see it through. All the way. Because no one else is going to.
Nice speech, Rook. But it's hard to complete a contract if you don't know where the target is.
We found the gods before,
Not without help, we didn't.
so we get help again. We've got allies everywhere now.
What about the Venatori that were at the crater? They might know where the gods are hiding.
Dorian said they were up to something, but it seemed more about returning to the gods' good graces. They lost Algernon's sacrifice. He'll be displeased.
The crows may have something. The Antam are moving large quantities of supplies out of the city. Weapons, armor, gatlock. And several storehouses worth of food, what little we had left. It's enough to feed the Antam Navy for 3 months. Or all of Treviso for 6 weeks.
Given the timing, it seems unlikely to be a coincidence.
Wherever those supplies are headed, that's likely where we'll find the gods. Any more details from the crows, Lucanus?
They said the Antam have long work ahead. We have time. Also, Biago would like a meeting. At your earliest convenience. From him, that means important, but not yet urgent.
We've got options for what we do next. Figuring out where the Antam are taking those supplies should put us on the gods' trail. That said, the Venatori aren't up to anything good in Minrathous.
Not to complicate things, but the Inquisitor also wants to meet Rook.
Right. With everything she's been doing in the south, we owe her an update.
I'll let her know.
Today could have gone better, but it could have gone much worse. We fought off the Venatori and rescued the Dalish. That's a win by any standard. Rest up, and be ready to go. Next time the gods appear, let's make sure it's the last.
Are you close with your family?
No. I had to kill a man once who did blood magic on... all together in one big writhing...
I've got a better one. Big heap of... The damn thing was a hill...
How did you...
Lamp oil.
If the two of you were going to open a bottle, you might have told me first.
It's not a good bottle.
Might have to pick up a supply. I have a feeling we'll need it. Is anyone else hungry? Maybe I should cook something.
What about you, Rook? What's the worst job you've ever been on?
I don't think they get worse than Weishaupt.
No, Weishaupt was a shit show. Bad jobs are a different beast.
Weishaupt was a lot of beasts stuffed into a burning fortress.
You joining us then?
Fine. I'll cook something, if Rook's staying.
Maybe just for a minute.
Rook's story first. Then Lucanus owes me one about this contract on a Bronto.
Mierda. That pronto.
Stopped the Auton. Took down their comic. I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
Both are important. Strong with the crows, strong against the gods.
Someone else seems to think so. The contact knows the city and the Antam.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they asked for me, not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
There's really no clue who it is?
They're foolish enough to think crows are reliable. That's a clue about their worth.
They promise help.
So do you, when you're not killing each other. Treviso deserves better.
It's getting the best.
That has yet to be proven.
What about the human help the Amtam was getting? You have any leads on that?
We continue what you started. The other Talons are turning over every stone.
You trust them? Not even your first Talon is safe from your infighting.
We are all Antivan crows.
And yet those of us sworn to Treviso are beneath you.
Hypothetically, what if I'm walking into an ambush?
I would prepare for one.
Not everything is an adder in the wardrobe.
I said to prepare. I didn't say not to go.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the Blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say. Our informant is near the field hospital, Rook.
They said you'd know them on sight.
Remember, there are injured people there. No, damn it.
An unknown contact. Sounds like a trap.
We're fighting gods with the crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elgar'nan and Gillenane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk. Okay, Viago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope there's supposed information about the gods.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher.
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered Antam flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation. But not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The Jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
If you really do love this city, you'll tell me where the gods are holding the ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the Blight? Finish them off. We need to go after the Butcher.
Your turn.
So the Butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso? That's what's happening?
He's given in to the gods' corruption.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts. Who'd believe it?
I don't.
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
I see. My Treviso. Elders abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver, and fighting his own Antom.
How's that thing going to tell us about the gods?
You'd have to hope he's still in there.
There's a problem.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, win this city! This is the power the gods give!
Butcher, where's the ritual? Not ready!
So beautiful, but not like Treviso.
I'm ready. Let's go. I've got the setup to do the rest.
There's nothing left.
I see Tearstone Island! The ritual! Tearstone Island!
He's gone. And he named the ritual site Tearstone Island.
Actually, kind of surprised the Butcher didn't lie.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
You gutless traitor. You weren't powerless against the Butcher, you were working with him.
I don't expect you to understand this, but sometimes governance means not showing your entire hand.
You sold Treviso out to the Antom.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antom. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Minrathous. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
I've met some terrible people lately, even without counting Elgernon and Gillenane. You're right up there in some pretty august company. What if Treviso's people could have fought back? Could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Antom kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook. You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elgernon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Whatever the Antam are looking for, Avenchi's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
If only we'd figured out it was Avenchi before all this started.
I wish the same. But regret does neither of us good.
We knew someone had delivered Treviso to the butcher. You brought us their name.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Avenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Avenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
You're not concerned the gods will send the Antam more support?
The gods might come for us, but they're coming for everyone. I believe you are crafting the answer to that, and we will help as we can.
Avenchi keeps talking about restoring order and rebuilding Treviso. But what then?
I believe the good governor's plan was to risk the city to try and claim the nation. If the Antam beheaded the crows, who would merchant princes hire? Who would invaders fear?
As if the Antam would fill that role. This was a bookkeeper's angry grab at power.
When Avenchi left, they made it sound like they were planning something.
I suspect it will be about restoring order as they see it, and that the crows will be first on their list.
Whatever the good governor's intent, we'll end it.
We'll stop Avenchi.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Avenchi confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgar'nan and Gillanane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Avenchi.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
offer, Dweller, I will answer.
It worked.
Rook, good. We have discovered what Ivenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note.
We have discovered who...
Ivenchi.
The governor intends to release it all.
They called us reckless and now...
Destroying your own people's...
By telling themselves...
After the dragon attack, and then the blight...
Better to poison the last of it.
It is finally time to strike.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the...
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus...
Look out for him.
Of course.
Do you think Ivenchi would target... At the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now. I heard them.
There's the garrison. On to the garrison and the governor. That courtyard looks empty.
Where are all the Antam guards?
And then she must be further in. We clear the garrison this time. Then she's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Look! Intruders! Got them down! We can escape across the
Courtyard's full of darkspawn.
That explains why Ivenchi's Antam were trying to run. Blighted? Okay, now for Avenchi.
I feel strange. Like dizzy strange. Bad air.
Wait, are these Antam real?
I see the comic is working!
Behind!
On your right!
Why don't you give up?
Need a breath.
For sure. Ranged incoming.
Nice move.
Took them down clean.
If that damned dark spawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
it wouldn't have made a difference.
neither will my death. My comet could have helped stabilize the city. But it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
The crows, the citizens helping each other through the dragon, and the...
It won't last.
I think it can. You say you did all this for Treviso, Evenchi, to protect it, but you never really believed in it.
What would you know?
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time. Rook! I should have wine. We should toast you.
Evenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Antam remain, though with Evenchi gone, I think we...
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight.
It will take years.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't.
I'm not so sure.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is...
For our
For Treviso...
For the crows.
What an excellent idea.
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. We've shown everyone you can stand against the Antam and the Blight.
You had me followed. Inquired about me.
You spend far too much time here, Dorian.
This is where all my favorite... Besides, I have news.
The damn Venatori up to no good again?
What else? The cult lost people in Arlethan.
But Minrathus is...
I know. While the Varantis is attacked...
And the rumors about the Archon are true. He's dead. The palace has tried to keep the news from spreading it.
And no one has?
No one dares. The risen gods are
preparing for something big? I don't like the sound of that. We barely got out of Weishaupt alive, and we needed Solus's help in Arlethan.
And that's why we need to know what the... Lenos is the key to all...
And then we find out...
Let's hope it stays. One of Lenos's Venatori associates is often at...
We?
It's the Swan.
I'll head out right now. How well do you know Maevaris?
By reputation. She's been a prominent politician for a long time, and a hero to boot. We don't work together much, but from what I've seen, she's earned the good name.
We probably shouldn't keep Dorian waiting too long. There's Dorian.
There's Lenos's associate. Interesting, yes? I'll draw him off. You check his book.
Mostly gone, warm. I don't even know what this is. Ale? Looks like he's been nursing it a while. The bedroll? It's definitely seen better days. And it's damp. Sleeping out in the rain? Half-eaten stale bread, water flask, muddy socks, and this map. Minratha's targets? That doesn't sound good. Lenos intends to destroy the city with Blight and Darkspawn.
Cuffs. Nothing like an attack to cause chaos in a city.
You should head there immediately.
All right, let's go.
Eyes open. Well, that's done. We've got company.
Watch ahead.
How's that?
Something tore through these gates. Watch out! I bet this Darkspawn was what tore through the gates.
Knew you could do it.
More blight in the way.
I think there's enough of them. Here we go. Behind you, watch it.
Oh, nice.
And we'll take that. Nolly's yours.
Oh, we did it.
Everything's crumbling down here. Might be tricky to get out.
At least a dozen people have been lost trying to map this place. But I'd mention that.
That helped a little, but I'm guessing there's another one. Find the blight boils. We need to clear the way and keep pushing. We got it. We should be clear.
Shadow dragons? How did you find this place? Venatori, to me! Do you think you've won? Do you think you can stop the Venatori? Or the risen gods?
I won't give up the city to them. Or to you.
The Shadow Dragons have brought nothing but chaos to the city!
At least we're not trying to blight it.
You got it.
My job's done. Your turn.
One less corrupt Templar in Minrathis.
Can't say he'll be
Good
missed.
work, everyone. Let's look around, see what we find. These star charts predict an eclipse to make magic stronger. The Risen God's ritual. That's what the gods in the Venatori are preparing for.
Performing a magic ritual under an eclipse would make it powerful. That's what they're planning.
Lenos's documents. They detail the Venatori's long-term plans, and what they want to do to Tevinter. All this, the ritual, the eclipse, and the Venatori plans, we have to bring this to the Shadow Dragons immediately.
We should tell the Shadow Dragons what we found.
Evil old gods, rituals, wait. Learning about the gods' plans is... But the lists of
You've looked at it already.
Information on their backers, the ties to illegal slavery. Don't you see what this means? This is power, May. Imagine becoming...
You?
Tell me that wouldn't be a
We expose corruption and stop slavers.
Surely you're not suggesting we give up. The rot in Tevinter is buried. But what you've given us...
So the rot has no... But how would you use...
Dorian wants to use it to crush our enemy. I say we make the information known.
We tried that already. Or have you forgotten? No. We must get at the root of the
Swords and spies and blackmail? If we go outside the system, we invite everyone else to do the same.
We're Shadow Dragons. It's right there in the name.
The point was to work in...
May, the Imperium's
Enough. Rook, we're talking about... Which strategy do you prefer?
What sort of change are you trying to achieve?
For a start, slavery.
And Tevinter has been ruled by the Zoparati.
And all that's just...
Shouldn't you be on the same side?
We are on the same side. We both know what Tevinter needs.
If we went with Dorian's plan, I'd support it fully. But...
And I'd absolutely...
We'll see.
Will we?
Nevaris, you really believe making this evidence public will work?
Dorian wants to work behind the scenes, but once it... That doesn't inspire. It's a tactic.
Unless they find some way to bury it.
Politics is a long game.
Dorian, are you really suggesting violent revolution?
Not necessarily.
He learned that from his friends in the South.
It worked.
We're not...
I'm merely saying we need to... The game is rigged. Why play by... If they're gone, we can fill the...
You want me to choose who will be Archon? Sure, I'm a Shadow Dragon, but they're...
Then talk to them. Asher and Tarquin, Nev, Gallus, they're...
All right.
Grand news about Lenos. One less...
could have done so much.
But he chose.
Lenos made my life miserable.
I hear he started out different. But I didn't know that, Lenos. Still.
Dorian and Maevaris still have to
They both make good points.
I suspect this to...
Then Dorian's way is my choice. He knows you don't...
Dorian is a...
And Maevaris too.
I think the people will appreciate...
No. They'll appreciate...
What do you think might happen, depending on...
With May, she gets power back again. Gets one more... Worst that could happen is... But with Dorian...
We could get chaos. Strife.
I'll take my chances.
What if we pick the wrong person?
They both care. Though, with your help, we've come further than we have in years.
And that's just fancy talk for... Thanks, Rook. You did good.
So what do you think?
Lenos is gone. We got information about the Venatori's plan. I'd call that a good day.
I meant about Maevaris and Dorian.
Oh, that. You're dragging me into it?
You're the famous detective. What's the right call?
This isn't a murder.
Politics is murder. Isn't that what they always say?
Maevaris Talani has been in this game for decades. She's dedicated. But if you're asking me, I'd go with Maevaris. She'll inspire people. Show them that the Magisterium... Right now, after the gods and everything...
Thanks, Nev. That helps.
That's what I'm here for.
Maker. A full quarter of the Magisterium. Can they not see their only tools?
Demanding intelligence ration.
Look at me.
Ah, it's Rook.
What do you think?
I hope this signals the start of the change we've worked.
The start of the change.
But we'll keep fighting.
And with you and everyone here?
What happens after it's decided who will lead?
Well, Lenos is gone. It's a perfect up.
All plans contingent on survival.
Maevaris should lead.
I will not squander the opportunity. That is my promise to you all.
And May will have my full support, of course. For when enemies...
They will.
The risen gods are still causing chaos. The people will need your voice to keep them fighting.
Oh, they will fight. This city has strength enough. We will win the day and... That Venatori stunt with the Darkspawn has me dreading. What's to come.
Have you heard about these shadow dragons? Cedar Siconia, back on stage.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Clan Llewellyn. We try to be no one you've heard of. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Elganon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Elganon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
You sound grateful.
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. He and I shared another name. Vanan.
Your heart. He meant that much?
Yes, he did. You've spoken to him in your dreams. You felt the power of that mind. His love could burn against me like a bonfire. He seemed so kind, and wise, and sad, and looked at me as if I somehow mattered more than anything around us. For a time, I thought I would have followed anywhere he asked me to.
It must have been horrible when you learned the truth.
How could I have fallen in love with a god and never realized it? Why didn't he tell me? So many things he said. So many half-truths, inevitable in retrospect. And then, he went off to destroy the world, leaving me to clean up his mess.
You mean the Inquisition?
I mean all of this. He let me fall in love with him and then told me we couldn't. Then he told me not to follow, while leaving me just enough clues to find him.
Hold on. You think he wanted you to stop him?
His name is Solus. It means pride. Perhaps he couldn't change his mind himself and hoped that someone else could help him. Or maybe I'm the prideful one, imagining his broken heart so that I never have to face my folly. That I loved someone who made such grave mistakes, that I might love him still.
You almost sound like you're ready to join him in that prison in the Fade.
To give up the world for him? No. We've got to save it first. But after? If there were a way? If he felt the same? If I could leave the world behind and just have him? I don't know.
He really made you happy?
Yes. He really did.
Well, you deserve to be happy. As long as he's not, trying to tear down the veil again.
That would put a dampener on things, yes.
This is all hypothetical anyway. He's trapped in the Fade, with no way out.
He's surprised us before. But enough about me. Tell me about you and Bellara.
What? Who? How?
Morrigan has eyes everywhere.
Of course she does. I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the Antom Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
Let's make sure there's too many distractions for them to spot us.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, Veil Jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us. Except at their front door.
It's worth a shot, but our allies aren't strong enough to fight a prolonged battle. We could be signing their death warrants. But it's the best plan we've got.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antom? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
There's still much we could do to prepare, but we may all yet survive the day.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
Would Morrigan help? Could Morrigan help?
The world's ending. That's when Morrigan does her best work.
Great. Tell Morrigan the plan. See if the Inquisitor's willing to help us. I know she's busy leading the fight in the south, but she knows this blight won't end until the gods are dead. We're not ready, but we can be. Weeks until the next eclipse gives us time. Let's use it wisely.
Agreed.
Get some rest. Then we'll take care of outstanding business.
Balara. I'm sorry.
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why?
Nothing. That, with Aelia taken care of, I thought...
Lucanus?
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, what he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso, so When my contract to you is fulfilled, literally, I'm going to seek out a...
What was it Nev said? That killing the demon in the fate?
Could. She says there are no guarantees.
Because you and Spite were...
And because I pay...
And what about the other person in this equation?
He dreams of freedom. I've...
You sound like you've still got...
Being possessed. It's not like separate. Spite wears my face, uses my... Say I cast out Spite with all he's learned.
A demon who's worked in a team, saved people, and...
He'd lose them if I...
You keep saying that, like...
He's been part of me.
Spite will only be... But you can't control that. All you can...
And it's easier to see a future I can live with. Let's end it, Rook. You and I...
Don't fall behind.
Thought the cart was done when...
I was happy to help. Besides...
Yeah.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to meet.
Right. I'm almost finished.
Good reading?
I got a tip on a red lyric. I placed a coded ad pretending to be...
Anything I can do to help?
Cooperative.
All right. What are we after?
We're looking for the phrase...
Got it. Hold on. What's this? Nev Gallus and Rana Savas, investigators?
Right. That.
You what?
If we want to help people, then...
I regret this already.
Dogtown couldn't ask for better protectors.
Oh, it could, but we're all right.
There. Virantium brandy. I know where...
Good catch. Still, I'd prefer you have backup with... Rana?
The Viper? You're real.
Come. It's time you met the Shadow Dragons.
Are you Nev Gallus?
How did you...
I saw your advertisement. I need your help.
Then you're in the right place.
Minrathis calls, we answer.
Cross your fingers it's not for nothing.
It won't be.
Have a seat. I'm guessing you've got a story.
What do spirits spend money on? Never mind. What do you have?
The path can be breached. Bring what the gods have hidden.
So, I was wondering... You know what? It's okay. Don't...
Enemies of Empire!
We've got company. Got us at range. Watch it. To the left. Got it covered. I got the setup, you do the rest. Not too bad.
Only your gods will miss you.
Oh! We did it!
Every one of these gets us a little farther.
Fools. They bring blight to a city of assassins and expect no...
So, I was wondering... You know what? It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Not suspicious at all.
Well, since you can make people shadow dragons, I was just wondering...
Do you want to be a shadow dragon, Belle?
Yes. More than anything. Yes!
What a place this is.
Too many undead for my taste.
Trouble coming.
Here we go.
Get clear!
your turn. Someone's raising them.
Right on them!
Look out! I'm ready. Let's go.
Behind the portcullis! That one's raising the others! We need a way through!
We're on the fire!
Watch your back! I get a whisper to follow you. You'll get a taste of your own medicine. Things ready.
Got us in the distance! Rotate's credit there.
Finish them off!
Got us at range!
I'm ready! Get a wisp to follow me. You'll get a taste of your own medicine. Get here! Hitting us from range! There! Take it out before it raises any more dead!
Now it's your turn. Beat the odds there. Got company.
armor on those undead looked familiar.
These were General Rivera's soldiers.
Right. I remember now. An old ally of the Dreadwolf. Now the gods are raising them to slow us down.
Beware the ancient that sleeps here, dweller. Death and blight have not tempered its rage.
Corruption, undead. I'd say we found out who's responsible.
Dinan! We have to destroy it!
Take it down!
All the best.
A story unfinished.
That's it! It's weakening the Fade Turf!
That should weaken it.
Not even yours.
Grateful, Lara.
Smooth work, Val. Got him some resistance. My job's done. Your turn.
That should weaken it.
Under fire!
Beware the ancient that sleeps here, dweller. Death and blight have not tempered its rage.
Corruption, undead. I'd say we found out who's responsible.
Dinan! We have to destroy it!
Take it down!
Need to catch your breath. Not even yours.
It's weakening the fate test. I've got the setup, you do the rest.
That should weaken it.
I'm ready. Behind you, look out!
The story unfinished.
Now it's your turn. I'm ready. Let's go. My job's done.
Another Fade Tear closed. Another Revenant destroyed. Another essence gained. That makes 3 essences. We should start looking for somewhere to use them. It's gone. And the Fade Tear, too. That'll slow down the gods' plans. At least on this island. The Revenant's essence feels darker, more powerful. It must be... protecting something big. We should look around for a door it might fit.
Are you close with your family?
Not many of them.
Oh.
The ones who care about me, care. If the rest want a piece of my story, they can read the papers like everyone else.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
You're fine. For all my troubles, can't say I don't get by on my own. And sometimes you'll find...
Must be why the Revenants were raised. To keep that door sealed. Time to see what the gods are hiding in there.
Light up ahead.
The blight's overflowing from further in.
You can feel it down there.
Ready?
Here goes nothing.
Eyes up, weapons ready.
Feeding on the blight.
Destroy it before the corruption eats us alive!
We're on fire! Look out!
good to go.
Corruption staunched. A sanctum
We did it. The dragon must have been the god's final weapon to take the crossroads.
Losing a powerful asset like that, let's hope it slows them down.
Let's go.
Are you close with your family?
Not many of them.
Oh.
The ones who care about me. Here. Under fire. Watch it.
Hitting us from range.
Well, back to our point. The ones who care about me. Here. If the rest want a piece of my story, they can read the papers like everyone else.
Ranged incoming! Ranged incoming!
Let's go again.
Hitting us from range!
Got us in the distance!
Careful, Rook!
Made it through that one. We've got company.
Here we go!
Are you close with your family?
Not many of them.
Oh.
The ones who care about me, care. If the rest want a piece of my story, they can read the papers like everyone else.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
You're fine. For all my troubles, can't say I don't get by on my own. And sometimes you'll find the people who'll stick.
Emmerich
We finished off a whole...
Interesting.
It availed.
We've traced several
It seeks.
The Venatori won't be bothered.
You have our...
The spirit.
I've heard an...
You return. The dead keep. Watch.
Hey, Antoine. Evka.
I can still hear it.
Please be careful.
With the container?
What?
Am I interrupting?
No.
We know the gods changed the Blight.
It's answering to...
This is creeping me out.
The Blight's not cute.
So what's the Blight answering?
Remember the strange call I heard after...
We think the source...
I can tell it's something large. What that could mean. Everything that calls the Blight, we withstand it. But go...
If the eruption calls the Blight, then it could mess with... We'll lose ourselves.
So we kill this eruption.
That's the hope. Remember those samples you found when we first arrived? It's impressive.
Theoretically.
But if the eruption's controlling the Blight and it gets attacked...
Yes, it's...
These people can't lose their Blight
While we guard against...
Stay safe. Or as safe as you can.
I've no fear when
You've always got me.
The Blight poisons. Some would call the wetlands dead already. Whatever the eruption means for the waters.
We'll take our stand.
Eyes open.
I don't have a good feeling about this place.
Then we're all on edge together.
Barrier. I bet the eruption's on the other side. We'll need to cut off the tendrils to break through.
Right, and also, those darkspawn. Have to deal with them.
Laura, nice. Thanks.
Got you covered. Smooth work, Val.
Up there! That ledge! We can destroy the tendrils from there.
I'm ready.
ballista.
That could be handy.
All right, let's get them. All right, let's get them.
We're through.
And something awful is waiting past the gate. Here goes nothing.
All right, better move before more dark spots show up. What is that the Blight eruption?
Then heed us.
The Darkspawn are protecting it. We need to take them out. Let's go!
I've got the setup, you do the rest.
Good to go.
Keep going.
Take that, Darkspawn! For sure. Nicely done.
Clear out. Let's go again. Something's ready. Get clear.
I'm ready.
This is it. Let's get that eruption. All right. We strike and the whole thing goes up. All right, time to destroy this thing.
I volunteered to sweep the caves down.
They aren't blighted. Were they dormant?
Maybe. They're beautiful.
We knew when you hit that eruption. And there was a sound.
What happened in there? What was it like?
I'm just glad I wasn't alone in there.
I can imagine.
When the eruption was destroyed, the remaining blight won't vanish overnight, but...
The flowers here, they managed to survive. Buried.
That's incredible.
It's what we're here to do.
We thought the Grey Warden's purpose would end when...
And that time's almost...
The Order is those of us left now. Until they're calling.
So the Wardens are finished?
No, our numbers may get smaller, but...
There's still blight in the world.
There's blight inside us, too.
What matters is that if new evils show...
I'm sure you'll be fine, but if there's anything I can do, just say.
Of course. It's good we...
What?
It may have come...
The blight feels relentless most...
The world dying.
And look!
They really can. And they're beautiful.
I think so.
Lavendel was named for flowers.
We can stay here a bit longer first.
Oh, yes.
The wetlands aren't fully healed. The flowers came back.
A little glimmer of silver, right where it's needed.
Yeah. Pushing back the blight. It's possible.
There were flowers